Now, Ruchi, get ready for it. We are going to start this session. Just understand this one, okay? Now, I'll start the work. Just 1 minute. Okay, we'll start the class. Yes. Now look at last class we were talking about what and all problems are coming when we are going to talk about English, teaching English, understanding English, different type of works we have discussed about. And you told me that these problems are there. So definitely we had a discussion. Now we are going to study the different part of it. Now look here, error made by learners. What and all errors are made by learner? Definitely we know that when we are talking about English and when we are learning English, there are different ways the students are exactly making mistakes. The first mistake itself is the mistake done by is exactly when you'll be doing mistake means uh, language literature part, these things, that thing, no. At the time when we are speaking English, we should have that level of confidence, like okay fine, I'm able to speak properly. That's one part of it, understood. Now proficiency level is there. Learner produce language that is not exactly the language used by native speakers. Some of the error are grammatical, while other involve vocabulary, correct now. So vocab is something which is exactly need to be taken care of at the time of speaking. So responding of student communication also, teacher need to be careful not to focus on error correction, that we have already studied. That at the time when anybody is speaking English means, why we are going to go for error correction? We should be giving them time to have analyzation, and analyzation will be can't do anything. So now look here. So definitely when this part speaking will be there, analyzation will be there. At that time, what you called communication and other factors are creating problem. Now we are going to understand one thing. Don't find error. Means when somebody is trying to speak in English means, you should always be encouraging that person rather than discouraging. So if any person is trying to speak in English, and if any person is trying to improvise means, rather than creating problem for that person, we should be letting them speak properly. That's one of the most important factor, crucial factor, which is going to be helpful. Okay, Ruchi, are you there in the group? Now teacher can use error correction or children suffering from various disorders. So we know that when person will be speaking, yes, it is showing no people's only, I asked you. So when people will be exactly see, if somebody will be asking you about what and all you are facing problem. See, same thing if I'm teaching mathematics means, see this, now I discussed about English now because Ruchi, you are having English. But same thing, a teacher of mathematics also, a teacher of science also, a teacher of English also, any other language teacher will be exactly experiencing the same problem. What in all problem we teachers are experiencing? The problem what we teachers are experiencing is how we are communicating, how we are exactly communicating with the student, and how they are responding in that language in which we are communicating. That's one important thing. So vocab is there, content is there, then spelling mistakes are there, pronunciation problems are there. In science it is not about pronunciation, it's science about demonstration, how they are demonstrating it, how they are understanding the practical what you are showing them, and how they are retrieving it back to you, how they are teaching it again to the world. That's something that is going to make it very very valuable, understood. So now say some students have unique challenges that make learner in a traditional classroom difficult. Example, visual or hearing impairments are there, and what you call attention deficit disorders are there, handicap, chronic illness will be there. So we need to understand that all the students are not normal. First you need to understand this thing is that ki what, see, if we are very means our body is exactly healthy, we are fit and fine, that does not means that in the entire classroom how many students are there, they should be like that only. They may not be like that. We need to understand that how we are, that person may not be like that. So definitely, what is the mindset you are having, same mindset that person may or may not be having. That does not means that we are going to disturb those people. No, the mindset is not ready means we are going to work on that mindset. We can change that mindset. So if I'm a teacher and my student is having some problem, I cannot leave that student just because that my subject is only English and I'm going to teach, and I'm going to leave that children. No, because the growth will not be there until and unless the person itself will not realize what problems that person is having and how that person will be coming out of it. Abhigan, good evening. So that is exactly going to create a problem. So now we need to understand that what and all challenges a teacher is facing in a classroom. First important thing is कि in a traditional classroom here means what? It is not like that people are wearing different type of dresses and coming inside the classroom. The uniform is unique, distinct. No, the uniform is same for one classroom sitting students. Understood not? So that is not about the uniform. That's about the mindset. That's about the language what they are speaking. That's about the culture what they are carrying in classroom. Understood? So maybe in a classroom there are 3 4 type of children are there. One is Tamil, one is Telugu, one is Malayalam. Good evening, Utsav. So the different type of, this is exactly challenges in teaching learning process. So this is the challenges the teachers are exactly facing in teaching learning process, and how many type of defects are there in children, and how the teacher has to overcome those defects. Understood? So now here, so we cannot be able to judge a student by their physical. Like a person is looking very fit, but if you will be seeing that the person is using specs, so that means eye defect is there. So if eye defect is there and you will let the child sit in last place, means 100% the person will not be able to read the content what you are going to write in board. That's also a type of problem. Understood? So visual or hearing defects impairment is there. Attention deficit disorder. So some children now, they seek attention. No matter what you will do, they will do some drama and they will bring themselves in front of you, so that you have to show attention to that person. Handicapped children means you cannot say them that, hey, come, we will have a play. 100% they have their own world and they have their own things. If you want to try to change also, they will do work according to their own pace. Now chronic illness is there. Now health is not good. Now health is not good and you will be exactly telling them, hey, come, we will have a game. Not possible. So 100% according to the situation you have to change, and you have to mold the things so that the things will be working according to the content. Understood? So now learning disorders that are most conspicuous usually revolve around reading, writing or mathematics. So 100% is there that most of the time now people are thinking only one thing: mathematics is the only subject. See, once upon a time I was also thinking like, okay, maths is the most important subject, so I should be studying. My love for math was different because I was literally mental about mathematics. There was one phase when me and mathematics was only there, and I had all the best, all the best. कौन सी क्लास में है सर आप ये भी बता दीजिए विच क्लास यू आर इन ऑल द बेस्ट डू वेरी वेल इन योर सब्जेक्ट if you are in 10th standard, all the best. If you are in 12th standard, all the best. Okay, fine. So now look here. So when we talk about dyslexia, so I'm going to now talk about some of the disorders. 8th. What to say? All the best. Then to 100% all the best. Okay, so now look here. If somebody will be talking about dyslexia is a type of disorder. So it is a learning disorder in reading. Understood? So dyslexia is what type of disorder? Reading learning disorder. It is a type of learning disability in reading. So basic reading problems occur when there is a difficulty in understanding the relationship between sound, letter and word. Sound, letter and word. Sound, letter and word. So word is different, sounding is different. So if I am writing cat, rat, bat, understood? So pronunciation, phonics, how it is working. Got it. So reading comprehensions problem or occur when there is inability to grasp the meaning of the word, phrases and paragraphs. So something is written in the context and you are unable to crack it out, or you are unable to understand what and all things are there and what you have to read on. So that's exactly talking about what? It's exactly about dyslexia. So dyslexia is a type of disorder. Understood or not? Reading disorder. Reading disorder. Ruchi, I hope you might have understood what is dyslexia. It's a type of what? It's a type of reading disorder. Hmm? So it's a type of what? It's a type of reading disorder where understanding the comprehension section, understanding what is letter. So letter, word, sound, everything will be exactly going in different phases. That's exactly considered as dyslexia. Understood? So dyslexia can be for where? Dyslexia can be here. Good night. Now look here. So dyscalculia. So sorry, dyscalculia. This is again a type of learning disability, and this will be specifically for mathematics. So for mathematics, dyscalculia is there. Dyslexia is for learning disability. So it is learning. See, spelling mistakes will be coming in dyslexia. So if a student is writing any spelling, the person will have problem. Write down one time, that person will write cat. Next time, the person is not knowing. The person will be thinking like that he or she is writing cat, but they will be writing cut. Understood? So that's the small mistakes they are doing. So what they are pronunciation, that same pattern they are going to write. They'll not be thinking that what they have written is a correct one or a wrong one, but 100% they will be exactly going to write in that format, which will be exactly they see. It's not their mistake. It's not their mistake. Their loop, their the content, the forebrain is not having that type of what you call understanding skills. So it's not their defect. If any person is wrong, miss, it is not that person is wrong. It's the situation what that made has made that person wrong. It's the content what has made that person wrong. Understood? It's the understanding, that person understanding is wrong. So only that person is wrong. So punishing that thing is not good. I believe like that. Okay. So it is a learning disability in reading. Basic reading problems occur when there is a difficulty in understanding the relationship. I read it out for you between sound, letter and word. So 100% when you will be writing something, you are about to write something like apple, A-double-P-L-E, apple. One time you wrote apple, next time you are writing A-P-L-E. So you forgot to write another P. So it's exactly called as where you feel Jannu mein. I'm teaching in Chennai. Okay. So here it is exactly coming as dyslexia. Dyslexia is a type of reading disorder. I hope you might have understood this one. So now dyscalculia is there. It is exactly disability in mathematics. Okay. So if somebody will be asking you what is this disability is, so it's a disability in maths. It's exactly depending upon how much strength the person is having in the field of mathematics. And this disorder can be overcome. See, dyslexia can also be overcome. Dyscalculia can also be overcome. Why? Because the person has a problem in understanding mathematical skills. So if I'll say that a person, an unknown variable is added to another unknown variable, so you will be thinking unknown is the name, so x is added to x. No, unknown variable is added to another unknown variable. So one unknown variable is taken as x, another unknown variable is taken as y. So x plus y will be there. So that's the most important thing. Very good. Go. All the best. Read it. So definitely when we will be talking about so learning disability or visual order of difficulty with sequencing, memory and organization. So many things are there. Mathematics is not only that subject. See, I believe I'll not say something very extra about mathematics, but I say only one thing in mathematics is I say only one thing in mathematics is that language which will teach you discipline. Understood? So it is going to teach you discipline. Discipline means if it will give you the order, if it will give you the trend. So when you will be studying mathematics means, so you need to understand that when you will be trying to understand mathematics means writing mathematics, calculation to everything, when you will be going for perfection, it's exactly different, it will make you perfect. So mathematics is full of discipline, discipline in writing, discipline in understanding. You will always start with assumption and come out with a conclusion. So definitely if you will start with an assumption and come out with a conclusion, that is called as mathematics. Understood? So dysgraphia, so language, I hope you might have understood. So Ruchi, what is our dyslexia? What is the difference between dyslexia and dyscalculia? What is the difference between dyslexia and dyscalculia? Say fast. Dyslexia and dyscalculia. Dyslexia and dyscalculia. Say fast. Hmm? What is the difference between dyslexia and dyscalculia? Dyslexia means writing, reading, understanding disorder, language. Dyslexia, difficulty in reading, writing, spelling mistakes will be coming. Specifically, literature understanding, finding will be a problem. Dyscalculia is specifically for mathematics. Calculation problem, understanding problem, analyzation, lines, everything will be yes. It's specifically deal with mathematics disorder. Okay, now what about dysgraphia? So if somebody will be asking you dysgraphia in writing, understood, can involve the physical act of writing or the mental activity of comprehending and synthesizing informations. So writing disorder, it is exactly leading with writing disorder. So that's what dyslexia also will be coming with. If you will read wrong means you will write wrong. That's the most important thing. If you will read wrong means you will write wrong. So if factory itself you are going inside and selecting the product wrong means everything will be wrong. So 100% here read wrong and write wrong is a one more important thing. So we need to understand that writing will be involving what? Physical act or writing or mental activity of comprehending and synthesizing information. So you have to comprehend and you have to synthesize the information. Understood? So here it is a basic writing disorder. तारी जो चाइल्ड था उसे सफरिंग फ्रॉम दिस डिजीज फ्रॉम विच डिजीज इट वाज एग्जैक्टली dyslexia it was. Understand? Reading disorder, understanding disorder. See, not only that, he was having the what you call stammering problem also. See, many times what happens when the situations persist and you are unable to come out of that situation, it triggers panic. You are understanding this. You need to understand this part, that sometimes when the situation persists and the situation you are unable to come out, it is exactly going to create trigger inside you. That trigger is going to haunt you or you are going to haunt that trigger. That is a very different thing. Okay, that things has to be discussed on. So definitely yes, so dyslexia, so this is dyslexia, reading disorder. So see, no matter some children na, they'll take a book and they will sit with book and they'll keep on sitting with that book full day over. If you will ask two line of that book, see, you will not be finding that boy or a girl with a mobile or something, nothing is there. They will take a book and they will sit with that book, but they are in their own world of imagination. See, I don't believe in one thing that people are telling that only reading or writing or very good in education means you are a very good person. No, it's not like that. You need to have some creativity inside you. The creativity will take you to some other level. That's the most important thing. Imagination plus making the imagination into reality makes something different. Understood? So that's the most important thing. When you have imagination and you have creativity with you and you will blend them together to bring out a specific result, that's called a perfect combination. Understood or not? So this is something which is making someone's very different. Understood? So learning disability, when we will be talking about dysgraphia in writing, can involve the physical act of writing or the mental activity of comprehending and synthesizing information. So first the comprehension will be there and synthesizing the information part will be 100% going to be there. So basic writing disorder will be there. Class 10th or 12th, it is not class 10th, it is not class 12th, it is class above then class. So this is boss teaching, this is teachers teaching class. Understood? So expressive writing disability will be there. It indicates a struggle to organic thoughts on paper. So 100% your words will not be coming to that level what you want to perceive and what you want to understand and what you want to write. That's called as a writing difficulty. Understood? That's loading difficulties there in the brain. You need to understand. So once loading is problem, writing is again a problem. Understood or not? So that comes under dysgraphia. I hope you might have understood, Ruchi. When it is a problem to understand the word and it is a problem to, right now na science has given many different words, like a normal child also will be suffering from some type of disease. Now the first disease is mobilia. You write it name. Biggest problem, not only, see, right now one thing is there which is acting as a very big problem for everyone, not only one individual. I believe everyone is getting affected with it, and that is mobile mania. So that's exactly everyone. In fact, where I am, I'm also getting, yes, I'm also getting addicted to it. Without mobile means, if you are going for a lecture and some people are calling in between, means you have to answer that. If some people are messaging in between, you have to answer that. Why? Because you don't want to answer first. But the problem is, if you will not be answering means, again the phone call will keep on coming, keep on coming, keep on coming. So you need to have some halt in that, and okay, fine, if I will speak 1 minute means it is going to be so. But most of the time what is happening is, no life without mobile. I believe life is without mobile more peaceful. Okay. And one more thing is there, when you will sit in some peaceful area and you are not having mobile and you are with your own thoughts, that time it will, you are more powerful. So actually mobile has taken the inner power of every human. That's the most important thing. Yeah, our own intuitions, our own thinking capability is depending on some other person. Thousand and thousand of reels are there, and we are thinking according to the reels. We stopped thinking who we are. We started thinking what others are letting us think. That's the biggest defect with mobile. Understood? That's the biggest effect. So now this type of disability refer to problem with movement and coordination in cutting. Understood? So this Fraxia. Now we are going to talk about dyspraxia. Dyspraxia. Understood. First we have studied about dyslexia, then dyscalculia, then dysgraphia. So dyslexia, reading disorder, dyscalculia, mathematics understanding disorder, dysgraphia was writing disorder. Now dyspraxia, sorry, dyspraxia. So it is a type of disability refer to the problem with movement and coordination in cutting, writing, or gross motor skills. Yes, this is running or jumping. I should control myself, because Ruchi, I should jump here and I am jumping there. So definitely, I think I am suffering from this disease, dyspraxia. Cutting and all is problem, not problem. If walking is the biggest problem for me. Anywhere means walking means I am falling down. Just recently, 1 week back, I was going, hurry, 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 and I don't know. In near one Xerox shop, out of that, I woke up and I'm seeing anybody's watching me. No, so that is the biggest problem. So this type of disability refer to problem with movement and coordination in cutting, writing, or gross motor skill, such as running or jumping. A motor disability is sometimes referred to as output activity. Meaning, I'm just kidding. This is this is called as nonsense skill. See, I'm not talking about those children, I'm talking about me. I'm a careless person. Careless person do careless mistakes. Understood or not? That is not this disease. This disease is exactly a serious disease, and it is what you call connected to motor skills. Understood? So jumping problem, running problem, cutting problem, these things are exactly different type of what you call disorders or defect when the person won't be able to do these activities. So this type of disability refer to problem with movement and coordination in cutting, writing, or gross motor skills, such as running or jumping. A motor disability is sometimes referred to as output activity, meaning that it is related to output information. Understood? Yes, run, write, cut. The brain must be able to communicate well with the limbs. So definitely the motor skill will not be there. What is the motor skill means? Ki what information is given to your mother told that ki beta cut this with a scissor. She told, and you are cutting in different direction. So definitely what is there is, you got an instruction, then you have to cut in middle, but you are cutting somewhere else. You trying to cut it. It's not like that you are not understanding the instructions. Instructions are well fitted in your brain, but execution is not there. Understood? When the teacher told you, you run straight and you are running side by side. So definitely instruction is very well received by the body. Instruction is inside the frame, but execution is not to that level. So that problem is exactly coming as what? Dyspraxia. Understood? Dyspraxia. I hope you might have understood cutting, jumping, running, writing. So this part is exactly coming problem that is called as dyspraxia. Ruchi, is it clear to you? Please say. That is not dysphasia or aphasia. This is another different type of defect. Now, what is this defect is about? Language and communication learning disabilities involve the ability to understand or produce a spoken language. Understood not? So this is communication problem. This is a serious communication problem. What I am speaking, what you are understanding. That's a communication problem. Understood? So you might be seeing some child, you will be exactly telling, you do this, you do this, you do this. The child will take one thing, something, and say, I am all everything. Whatever you spoke, the child understood in a different way, and they are moving in a different direction. You moving in another direction, they moving in different direction. So that is exactly called as, but that's not their problem. They are understanding that, they are understanding the instructions properly, but that instructions they are understanding is not correct now, because you are letting them go in one direction, they are letting you go in different direction. So that comes under this defect. So language and communication learning disabilities. Language and communication learning disabilities will involve in this aphasia. The ability to understand or produce spoken language. Aphasia is also considered as output activity because it requires organizing thought in the brain and calling upon the right word to verbally explain something or communicate with someone else. See, that's correct now. Look here, if somebody will ask you, what is your name? Then what you are going to say? Directly you are going to tell your name. Or then if you want to frame it, you will be framing it, my name is this. Understood? So if somebody will ask my name, what is your name? I'll say that my name is Kushbu. That's it. So this much only I'm going to say. That means what I did in my brain, I coordinated it. My name is Khushbu. That's it. So my name is Khushbu. So now, but for these people who are having problem, so the brain, the correct synchronization of the words will not come. So that was a Khushbu, my name, that like this it will come. That means what? The coordination will not come frame by frame. So making sentence inside the brain is problem. See, it's not like something you keep on blabbering. Just for the sake of speaking, you keep on blabbering. So that means what? The content should be well driven in your brain, and then it should be coming in a systematic way. And if it is coming in a systematic way, means it will come out like a sequence. It should come out like, I want to drink water. May I go to drink water? Now water drink, may I, like that. So water drink, may I. What the person will understand? Water drink, may I. So definitely the person means the person who is standing and listening, that the student, that person gali, because that person will not be able to understand. The person will have means your English will also go with that student, your English will also go. And if the teacher itself is having this disease, misunderstand, the student and teacher and all the school will go. Understood or not? Marathi, I don't know Marathi. I'm so sorry for that because Marathi no English, हिंदी में थोड़ा बहुत कर सकती हूँ, but मराठी मतलब कहाँ लेके जा रहे हो मुझे? मुझे लैंग्वेज के साथ साथ सब कुछ की बीमारी हो जाएगा, करेक्ट ना? So that's what मराठी को छोड़ करके हिंदी और इंग्लिश और बस इतना में, हिंदी भी उतना ही खराब है मेरा. So we have to understand that the brain has to synchronize it. So the most, हिंदी चलेगा, चलो हिंदी में ही समझा देती हूँ कि आपको अगर कोई एक दिमाग में वर्ड बिठाना है, जैसे अभी तुमने बोला ना कि मुझे मराठी में समझाओ, ठीक है? हाँ, तो अगर मराठी में समझाने के लिए बोला तो मुझे मराठी में समझाना पड़ेगा. मैंने इंस्ट्रक्शंस को कैसे समझा? मुझे मराठी में समझाओ. तो मुझे मराठी में समझाओ मतलब एक सीक्वेंस ब्रेन में हुआ. उसके हिसाब से मैंने आंसर क्या किया? मैंने क्या बोला कि मुझे मराठी नहीं आती, ठीक है? तो ये क्या हुआ कि मैंने अपने ब्रेन में एक वर्ड्स को फ्रेज बाय फ्रेज डाल करके कहा मुझे मराठी नहीं आती, ठीक है? मैंने हिंदी में बोला, फिर आई डोंट नो मराठी, इन इंग्लिश में मैंने बोला. अगर मैं इन दोनों को कोलैप्स करके तुमसे कम्युनिकेट करूँ, मराठी डोंट नो दिस थिंग दैट थिंग एंड आई टीचिंग दिस थिंग दैट थिंग, सो दैट मीन्स 100% क्या होगा कि communication is going to be broken. The bridge between me and you will not be collaborated and it will not be coming. So communication skill will break. So such type of students See, such type of students are suffering from what? Dysphasia. Understood? So, such type of students are suffering from dysphasia when they won't be able to coordinate the words sequence by sequence, and they won't be able to speak. जब मैं बना ही नहीं पाऊंगी तो मैं बोल कैसे पाऊंगी? करेक्ट ना? जब दिमाग में बनेगा ही नहीं, खाना जब तक बनेगा नहीं तो सर्व कैसे करेंगे? खाली सिर्फ आलू बटाटा डाल करके बना देना नहीं ना है, उसको समझाना भी पड़ेगा। तो जब we are able to communicate, so if communication is not there, that's called as a bridge between communication. When your speaking will be nicely understood by the learner and it will be executed. So अगर मुझे किसी को ये कहना है कि एक ग्लास पानी ला के दो, तो मैं क्या बोलूँ? पानी ग्लास दो एक, कहाँ गया? पानी ग्लास दो एक, तो पानी बेचारा कहाँ जाएगा? वो ग्लास लेने जाएगा? That means what? पूरा कहानी खत्म हो गया वहाँ पे, means the entire thing will collapse. So 100% in that situation what we are doing, so that coordination in the brain is lacking, means the person is suffering from dysphasia. The person is suffering from what? Dysphasia. Okay, so this is exactly a type of speech problem. Thank you so much. So this is exactly speech problem. So we need to just one thing. Signs of language-based learning disorder involve problem with verbal language skills such as ability to retell a story and the fluency of speech as well. So अगर किसी को कह दिया जाए the person who is exactly having this, हाँ, many people are doing like that ना. In your house also your child will come and say mummy वो दो. Now वो means what वो का मतलब क्या होता है? वो का मतलब thousand of things are there. वो दो, that is inside their brain, what is वो means one cup of tea. Understood? For them it is one cup of tea, and that one cup of tea, यस, दिस इज लैंग्वेज डिसेबिलिटी. यस, ये लैंग्वेज का एक डिसेबिलिटी है जहाँ पे हम रिप्रेजेंट नहीं कर पाते हैं. तो अगर किसी को ये कह दो मुझे ये ला के दो, अब ये का मतलब क्या होता है? ये तो बिल्कुल ओपन फील्ड हो गया ना. ये में मतलब मैं तुमको मगरमच्छ ला के दूँ कि सुअर ला के दूँ कि तुमको एक बुक ला के दूँ? क्या ला के दूँ? खाना ला के दो या मारूं? तो क्या लाओ? सब कुछ खाली है उसमें. तो वहां पे अगर एक सेंटेंस डाल दो कि मुझे बुक ला के दो, द मोमेंट वहां पे बुक भर गया, सो दैट मीन्स व्हाट? सो 100% ये लाके दो जहाँ पे हमने बोला वो बिल्कुल ओपन हो गया. बट जहाँ पे इफ वी स्पोक लाइक कैन यू ब्रिंग मी अ ग्लास ऑफ वाटर प्लीज, सो व्हेन विथ रिक्वेस्ट आई एम टेलिंग कैन यू ब्रिंग मी अ ग्लास ऑफ वाटर प्लीज, और can I drink water? I need one glass of water. I need one glass of water, please. So when I am requesting and when I am verbally telling this thing, it's like with a request you are having what you call information that you are thirsty. Understood? And if you will say thirsty I am, glass water please, 100% इधर उधर गया. So if इधर उधर English गया means 100% the person भी इधर उधर भाग जाएगा. तो here you need to understand. So if you need to say that you are a very good human, you are a very good human. Now अगर उसको उसी तरह से तोड़ मरोड़ के कहा गया ह्यूमन गुड आर यू, डेफिनेटली वो जो क्वेश्चन था वो आंसर था, वही क्वेश्चन में बदल गया. ह्यूमन गुड आर यू, डेफिनेटली ह्यूमन गुड, ह्यूमन के बाद अगर गुड डाल दिया, उसके बाद आर डाल दिया, उसके बाद यू डाल दिया, मतलब कहानी बिल्कुल खत्म हो गया. हम बोलना चाह रहे थे कि आप एक बहुत अच्छे इंसान हो, अब क्या हो गया? वो इंग्लिश को इधर से उधर कर दिया. अब क्या बन गया? ए तुम अच्छे इंसान हो क्या? इसका मतलब यहाँ ये आ गया. अब यहाँ पे क्या हो गया? जो इंसान का कॉन्फिडेंस था वो बिल्कुल अंदर गया, मरा, और उसके बाद वो इंसान जो बहुत अच्छा बोल रहा था वो बोलना भी बंद कर देगा. So this is exactly the problem. So those people who are suffering from this disease, and you know what? Most of the biggest problem in our country is कि rather than finding the mistakes at the time जब हमारा ग्रॉस मोटर स्किल्स और हमारा स्किल्स इनहेंस होता है एज अ चाइल्ड, उस समय प्रॉब्लम्स को समझने छोड़ करके rather to understand what is our problem, what the child problem is, we think that what society will say if they will come to know that I am having this problem. So from the first frame of mind we think about the society who is not at all a part of our life, who is not at all a part of our living. 100%. So if we are not having money in our family, what the society will think if I will go walking? See, think what the society will think should be never coming. What I have to face when I don't have money, that should be the first cause of thinking. Understood? And if the human in this era will start thinking like that, it's about me and my life, and it's about the things that is surrounding me, life will ultimately change. Understood or not? So but here problem is people try to hide, like my child or my son or my daughter is having this type of defect, because this is exactly a framed life. People are living a framed life. Framed life means ki everything is happy, everything is beautiful, I am so rich, I am so powerful, I am having a mobile. So अब पैसा है भी नहीं तो भी एक आईफोन ला करके लोगों को दिखाना है कि बेटा देखो मेरे पास आईफोन है. सो आईफोन कहाँ से आया वो कभी कोई पूछेगा नहीं तुमसे कि कहाँ से लाए, ईएमआई में लेके आए कि चोरी करके लाया. अंडरस्टूड है, किसी को मार के लाया. बट आईफोन दिखा करके तुम लोगों को ये बता सकते हो कि आई एम हैविंग एन आईफोन. So this is that problem. So here disease whenever it is coming, so first work of a teacher is to understand what the disease the child is suffering from, and once you are able to understand, analyze that part, result will come positive only. Ruchi, I hope you might have understood. So auditory processing disorder, this is again a type of defect. So now look here, an inability to distinguish subtle differences in sound. Distinguish subtle distance in sound. What is the meaning of subtle distance in sound? Can you tell me what is the meaning of inability in distinguishing subtle distance in sound? See, look here. Inability to distinguish subtle differences in sound or hearing sound at the wrong speed make it difficult to relate to words and understand the basic concept. That's why it is called as auditory processing disorder. यहाँ पे क्या होता है कि different words जो होते हैं ना वो merge कर जाते हैं. मीन्स एक फ्रीक्वेंसी में एक साउंड आ रहा है तुम्हारे कान में और तुम उसको समझ पा रहे हो, वो एक means you will be able to relate it and you will be able to understand it and you will be able to answer the question. But now the sound which is entering inside your eardrums, it will have a different frequency. बाहर से नॉर्मल आ रहा है, ठीक है, मीन्स इट इज एग्जैक्टली एंटरिंग इनसाइड योर ईयर ड्रम करेक्टली. हाँ, बाहर से साउंड जो है वो नॉर्मल आ रहा है, ठीक है. Can't distinguish. That's what. So this is a type of reading disability. No, this is a type of hearing disability. This is exactly when your words, what is coming inside your ear, na, it will merge. So like you are standing in a movie hall where 2-3 different type of sounds are coming. और ऐसा सोचो कि आप ऐसे जगह पे खड़े हो जहाँ पे 2-3 साउंड सिस्टम लगा हुआ है, तो उसके साथ अगर तुम्हारा फ्रेंड तुमको कुछ बोलेगा तो 100% कान में लगेगा कि कुछ समझ में नहीं आ रहा है. then that time what you will say? I can't understand anything. You will say only like this, correct na? Because you are unable to get one instruction at a time. Words will merge together. The frequency, yes, the frequency with which the sound is entering inside your ears, it's either very fast or very slow, and the command is not coming according to the proportion. then 100% you will not be able to communicate. And सामने वाला बंदा आपसे 2 क्वेश्चन पूछा, what is your name, from where you are, and now what is your name and where you, from where you are, both words will merge together. Name, where, definitely those things merge together, उसका frequency बहुत fast inside enter किया, तो it will not be problem for that person, it will be problem for you to understand, interpret and relate and explain. नहीं कर पाओगे आप. कोशिश भी करोगे कि आंसर करना है, आई वांट टू आंसर, बट फॉर यू द इंस्ट्रक्शंस विल नॉट बी इजी. वन थिंग यू अंडरस्टैंड, you are using mobile and you are talking to one person, in between the words are getting the words are getting added up, speed is come high low, frequency keeps on high and low. That time what you are saying, hey yaar, please cut the phone and do call again because I'm not getting proper what you are speaking. We do like that now. So think about the person who is suffering from disorder without mobile, from ear only this disorder is coming, means you feel that that person is making story, but that person actually is suffering from this disorder. They will not be able to distinguish subtle distance between sound. They will not be saying able to understand that the sound is coming from far or the sound is coming from near. The sound is exactly merged together. The intensity and the speed of the sound will be totally different, and that particular moment it will become very difficult for that person to communicate with you. Understood? So reading and writing will become very difficult. You are reading now, understand one thing here now, you do only one work, you close your ears and then you read. You know what, you will not be able to read properly. This is exactly because what you speak you will listen also, and after finishing one statement, another statement comes. So that means the correlation between the speech also will be dependent on your speaking skills. Understood? So just now when my word, one word is finishing, my brain is giving a break and then starting the another sentence. So brain is listening me, means once the brain has given me a target, like you have to speak like this, in between the brain is giving a gap and the brain is relating another story and the brain is telling. So this is exactly a type of storytelling capacity. A speech the person is giving, a listener, a speaker, when they will be speaking, they will be relating one incident with another connectivity with another. So that connectivity also comes without fail. I hope you might have understood this part. So an inability to distinguish subtle difference in sound or hearing sound at the wrong speed makes it difficult to relate to word and understand the basic concept of reading and writing. The person will not be able to do it. I hope you might have understood this part. Come on, say understood. So visual processing disorder. One to auditory was there, where listening is a problem. Next part is visual processing disorder. So what is exactly visual processing disorder? यहाँ पे देखने का, so missing minor differences in shape, reversing letters or numbers, skipping words, skipping lines, and having problems in eye hand coordination. So visual perception also will be, so that is gross motor skills will be affected. Pen, you are holding pen and you are writing something, and brain is exactly coordinating with some problems. So that is exactly this type of problem. So visual perception disorder, this is exactly called as what? Visual perception disorder. Understood? So here problems in visual perception include missing minor differences in shapes. So definitely for you it is looking like perfect, for other people it will be, hey, how you have drawn here, it's not looking like square. For you it is okay, fine, I have drawn a square. So definitely it is like that. So one letter you are writing, for you it is a perfect thing because it is coming from you. So everything, whatever comes from us is always perfect. We human are like that only. But definitely for others, see, once you are doing something, once you are writing something, you are showing it to other person. Why? Because you want a final clarification. What is the final clarification here? Ki what I have written is correct or wrong. 100% it comes like that now. Okay, if I'm checking that it is coming correct or wrong and what is there, what is wrong, definitely this perception will be there. So it will affect the gross and fine motor skills. I will not be able to draw properly. I'll not be able to draw line nicely because my motor skill and my visual skill, they both are not coordinating with each other properly. Understood? So motor skill is my physical muscles. The muscles will be exactly able to coordinate with the brain and the brain will be exactly able to coordinate with my eyes. So if this coordination is missing means what I'm thinking, I won't be able to draw it to the target what others are drawing. So any normal person, they will write why like this. For me it will take time to understand that okay, why was like this, and then I will be trying to draw a why according to my skill. Understood? So note, difficulty in school doesn't always stem from a learning disability. Anxiety, depression, stressful events, see, I will be talking to about all these factors. See, there are different type of learning disability. Maybe the child is not normal. These type of disabilities are there. But one thing is very common that all people are not normal. Don't think that I am born fully commandable. Understood or not? No one is like that. Our experience is teaching. And you know what? All the people are not artists and all the people are not mathematician. You know what? According to our own initiative in understanding thing, we are becoming an artist, we are becoming a singer, we are becoming a writer. Understood or not? So here, according to our frontal lobe forebrain, this what you call capacity to enhance our skill, we are becoming something in our life. Understood? And that's so only all the people, some people, most of the people, you know what they say? I am weak in mathematics. I have heard from maximum people, they'll say this, I am weak in mathematics. You know, it's not about weakness in mathematics, it's about weakness in understanding mathematics, and it's about the teacher who is teaching mathematics wrong. You need to understand if your mother is telling us amma, so definitely when she taught you amma correctly, you will speak amma entire your life correctly. Understood? But if ma amma different she will teach means you will not learn. So this is exactly a simple example I have given you. So when the teacher will teach you like 4 plus 4 is exactly 9, 100% entire your life 4 plus 4 will become 9 always. Understood? So this is the problem coming from the factory. Got it? The factory of teachers who is exactly teaching. If the teachers will teach perfect, answers will automatically come perfect. And if you are unable to teach perfect, means you must be saying that I won't teach. I hope you might have understood this one. So now look here, anxiety, depression, stressful event, emotional trauma make learning more of challenge. In addition, AHDH, that is a type of disorder, that is autism, sometimes co-occur or are confused with learning disabilities. Yes, that is attention deficiency hypersensitivity, that is hyperactivity disorder. This is AHDH. This is also a type of big defect. You need to understand this. This is a type of defect which will definitely be attention seekers. Some people will be autism will be there. So sometimes it will be occurring to a child. So autism, if it will be coming, or AHDH will be coming, that's also a type of deficiency disorder. Understood or not? Some children will be like, they'll keep on bringing situations to you. Means they will break pencil in front of you and show you that person got hurt. Now you will go, you will bring bandage and put. Now that person understood, if I will break pencil and I will bring it front of my teacher will definitely come and she will help me. So you will become a superwoman for the child. So now if the person is having this disorder, means again that person will break another pencil and it will keep very safely. Safe, it will be there. Why? Because he or she has to show that teacher, and the teacher will come, that the teacher becomes inspiration. So in the same way, these attention seekers, you need to understand that they'll keep on seeking attention. Why? Because they are not bad, their intention is not bad, their intention is to prove them that they are exactly needing something. It's not exactly there, but they will try to prove them they are existing. Understood? So this is attention deficiency hypersensitivity disorder. It is not actually a learning disability, but it can be hamper or disrupt learning. Understood or not? So they will not be able to listen you properly. First thing, they'll not be able to listen you, they'll not be able to understand what they're in their own world. If they want to seek your attention, means they'll keep on doing some activities. But if you want to tell them, you have to use a very different way to let them understand. So child with AHDH often have problems sitting still, staying focused, following instructions, etc. They will be definitely running here and there. They'll do something mischievous, they will keep on doing mischievous, they'll keep on pampering you, they'll keep on checking your blood pressure. Understood or not? So when your blood pressure is going high, when your blood pressure is going low, 100% they will check your blood pressure level to that time. Okay, fine, this is that problem, that is that problem, they'll keep on doing like some type of mischievous activity. I hope you might have understood this. Richi, how was the class? Do you understood this? Then autism. So AHDH means it will be like they will never be able to sit in one place. They'll never be able to coordinate nicely. They'll always be creating problem for you. Understood? So now we will be going for autism. Difficulty in mastering certain academic skills can be due to developmental disorder. That is called as autism and Asperger's syndrome. The other name of autism is that. So children with autism may have trouble in communicating, reading, body language, learning basic skills, making friends, and making eye contact also. So those children who are having these type of things, they will be, this is very common in primary schools. Yes, in a way, it is absolutely correct. Autism is also very common these days. Yes, autism is, you know what, nowadays, Ruchi, you know what, I really want to say you one thing. See, if a child is not autist also, no, the way, see, a playful child also, don't put a playful child in the category of autism, please. A playful child means the brain is not ready to study. See, if the child brain is not ready to study, means what? If a child brain is not ready to study, means the child is suffering from autism. That's not true, please. Don't do like that. See, nowadays, once the child is getting 3 years of age, we are putting into school, play school. That time we are putting into play school. Previously, till 5 years, 6 years, the child is playing here and there. And one day will come, fine day, we will collect that like this and we will dump them in school. Like that, it was previously, correct now? when the basic school, the first school was family, and the child was at least having some attention. Nowadays one small kuti papa is there, what you called 2 or 3 years of age, they don't know how to brush also, mother is brushing and sending to school. So what is that? It's like taming an animal, like that habit is there. The child itself is not able to analyze what is good or bad and which environment the child is, but they are sending to one school. One first we are sending to play school, go and play there. What you are playing there for 2 hours also, we are treating them like, okay, you have to get trained with these people. Are you understanding? You have to get trained with these people. Now, after training to this level, again one level will come when we are understanding that, okay, the training is now very good. Now the child is able to get trained nicely. So this is something which is exactly going to hamper one state to another state, one set another state to another state. Yes. So this is exactly about different types. So if a child is very happy child, autism is when a child is 2 years but can't speak behavior. Yes, behavioral issues will be there to that child. That's, see, they sometimes they'll be hypersensitive also, but it's not like it will not go, it will go. The autistic child, this the habits now, it will get released and comes under. I have seen many children, those who are in the beginning phase very weak, but after that they gain momentum like anything, and they are exactly in a very good place. So 100% like this, the situations will be existing. Can I keep it till here? I have another class, Ruchi. Okay. Bye, Ruchi. It was a very wonderful session. And seriously, from tomorrow we are going to do the question answers, chapter exercise questions. These many questions are there, and this is for primary level. Okay. Thank you. Must explain किया. Thanks. Good night.